参加这一场的哲学讲座。声音吗？有啊。有吗？真的吗？没有。当有啊？有吗？有啊。真的有吗？没有。
有了有了。
那我再试一下。有啦，有吗？有吗？好，就用这个就好。刚刚好了。好，那就是很高兴大家今天来这边，谢谢大家抽空来参加我们的哲学讲座。然后，这次主讲人是我的爸爸，就手黑沙了读了，简单介绍一下啊。那等一下主要我不知道会讲什么，就等我爸直接自己来跟你们讲好了。然后就是，那我们就直接开始吧。
就让大家英文自我介绍一下。有压力啊。
那也是不要大家太有压力。那我们就是先让我爸来开始演讲。
再给你小声哦。
各位同学，为什么我说话各位同学，我想请教一下，如果讲英文是不是都 OK 啊？
应该一半以上 OK 啦。
让他讲英文听不懂，我再翻译可以吗？
可以啊。
As a Muslim, we start with saying Salam Alaikum. And this is the way to say hello. Peace on you. I try to make it useful why I come here. So everybody, you are all involved with the technology. So the terms e-government, e-learning, e-defense, all the E, this is the trend. So what is E? It's using the technology. The future, it is globalization. This is the next generation. So we will try to understand what is GE. This is what is about today. So try to be more useful for you. That's why I am here. Why I am here? Because I care. I care about my son. I care about you, his generation. And I care about the situation here. Now it's become very tough to survive in the globalization era. Greece, the base of philosophy, it now is facing bankruptcy in any minute. Also Portugal, Spain, Italy, also France, and maybe Britain. And they are European Union, but they still facing bankruptcy. Why? There is philosophy and there is wisdom. Philosophy is about thinking. And wisdom is about experience. Greece is the base of the philosophy of the world. One of the bases. There is Greece, which is Aristotle, Plato, and all the others, big philosophers. wisdom raises the language and put it first, while philosophy raised the thought and put it first. Thought, if didn't recognize the importance of language and translation, it will disturb. You must recognize when you think, what do you think in English, or you think in Chinese, or you think in anything. And translation lets you recognize there is another guy, not only you. Philosophy, in my opinion, represents culture of I. Culture of I. Only you thinking about yourself, whatever the thing, whatever it is. But wisdom represents culture of we. Me, culture of I and culture of others, and translation between them. The state bureaucratic system is a fruit of philosophy. Globalization is a fruit of wisdom. And that's why when you want to think, you must recognize which language you are thinking. This will let you, because in each language, for example, if you say football, in America the meaning of football is something, while in other rest of the world the football is something else. In the States they call it soccer, what is the rest of the world understand it football. But the American football in the rest of the world they call it rugby. Okay, it's different. So if you don't know what is the meaning of the language or appreciate what, you will confuse. You cannot understand well. And when you don't understand well, you cannot progress better. Globalization with its technology tools, the machine, raises the value of the language, translation, and time, as they are the main element to compete and survive in its environment. In a globalization environment, to succeed, you must know the importance of the language. And you must know the translation. And you need to know the time. Because globalization, which is based on trade, trade needs one side and another side, and common language, so they can reach an agreement to exchange. That's, in the globalization environment, lets you need to learn more than one language, not only English. Now everybody knows English, everybody knows French or German. You need to know more languages in the coming future. You need to know more languages to survive. And to communicate with others. You see, Taiwan succeeded in the 70s and 80s generation. Even in that time, do you catch my meaning or need to translation?
需要翻译吗？需要吗 ？OK 吧，哈。
需要
吗？
需要。
那就翻就是抽几分钟翻译一下就好了，几分钟翻译一下，大部分是听得懂的。
那要回去再回去一两个吗？还是现在开始？
要从头吗？现在开始，现在开始。没有，现在开始。
这个他刚讲这个各位了解吗？他这个意思是，喂， 对，他现在的意思就是在全球化的时候呢，那个 technology 就是说基本上在技术是非常需要的。那语言跟 translation and time， 它的重点是在说，除了你了解不同的语文跟它的翻译 translation， 它不是单单的翻译，就是说你的语义。那当你了解跟重点在沟通上你了解的时候，那你就节省时间，所以你就可以比较 catch up， 就是比较容易在这个环境中你比较容易生存，因为你反应就比较快，你了解的比较快，所以不是单单的语文那它的翻译是很重要的，它的语义是跟各国的语文跟各国的风俗民情你了解了以后，你的沟通才会容易，才会快速，它的重点是这样。然后就是，所以说以现在的全球化率，所以单单不是指我们只学，像一般我们就学英文，现在其实单如果说，以我们来讲，中文跟英文只有2个 language， 其实现在以这个全球化的竞争时代，可能已经不够用了，你可能必须是 multi language， 就是多语的，你可能除了中文、英文，你可能要增加任何其他，比如说我们是 Arabic， 中东的语文或欧洲的语文，或是南美的语文，其实各式语文，就是你可能基本上你懂得3、4国的语文，那就对你的竞争优势在全球化里面来讲是最优的。然后一般我们在讲全球化的时候，基本上他讲说，比如说我们很单纯的自己讲说 trade 是指交易，可是实际上是 inter-exchange， 就是交换。比如说我不管是感觉像物品啊，或者是思想啊、沟通啊，这些都是交换。那你如何在这种交换就是 communication 中间互相了解？所以这个是 key point。那如果你懂得，实际上你了解语言的真谛跟它的语义的真义，你就很容易跟世界各地的人沟通，那你才能够不会有误会产生，这个是重点。
Now there is too many products, and everybody can produce everything. But the art to survive, how to sell your products, that's the main important issue. Not because now, with the technology, even with the 3D printing, everybody can create many things. But it is not about creating things now to survive. You need to know how to sell it. Without selling it, you cannot survive. You can create as much as you want, but you need to learn how to survive, how to sell your things. And that's, you must create what the people need, not what you like. To be smart, when you create the things which is the other needs, not what you like. And that's the difference between philosophy and wisdom. Philosophy lets you think you want whatever you like to design. But the wisdom lets you think how to design something to serve the society. That's the main issue. Now, as I said, globalization raised the value of the language, translation, and the time. These three, you need them to survive in competition, in globalization competition. So you need to learn more than one language. You need to learn how to translate better than the others, and to learn how to make a deal with the others faster than the others. Now that's how you can make it. Anyway, I find we reach. You can.
其实我再稍微再简单的介绍一下好了。他刚刚讲的这个部分就是说，就是在我们现在这个比较竞争的环境里，除了多语言的话，语言它不是单单的语言，然后是如何让它。
Anyway, I reach a conclusion how to learn more than one language faster than the others. If we unify how to teach the whole languages the same way. And that is the Salih way of teaching language, all the world languages. Based on 4 pillars. Keyboard represent technology. Keyboard. So how to use the keyboard and to learn. Character represents sounds, all the sounds for any language. 3, the word represent the terms of any dictionary. In the dictionary, what is the meaning and the other meaning. And 4 is the sentence, the structure of conversation and dialogue. Because dialogue and the communication is the sentence. So if we put all these 4 together, then
基本上是这样的，因为Sohaib先生，因为他是研究语文的，他当然是从 Arabic English Chinese， 他就是接触各国的语文，所以他有一个 mathematics， 这是他我们一个方式，就是学习语文的一个方式，然后他就是有一个 construct 有一个架构，他认为在这个架构，那这是我们的一个平台，在这个架构下，你可以很容易的学习多种语文。那基本上他是在就是在这4个条件下，比如说好，我们分 People, character, word 跟 sentence， 其实是所有的语文都这样，它这是一个架构。那这是举例来讲，我们讲 people 是指所有的 input， 就是 input。我们今天在以技术上意义，不管软硬体，这是一个科技的技术。那 character 通常你任何语文，不管即便像我们中文是波波波波，那英文就 A B C D， Arabic 是像日文的不是 I U A O， 其实 actually 它就是每一个它的 character 它都会代表一个声音。然后 word 就是说这个字的架构嘛，比如说我们各国语文都有字典嘛，字典去翻的时候，其实它就已经就是一些字，那这是一个 base， 然后在 sentence 是每一国语文或者是各国语文它都有一个结构，如何造成这个句子。那其实所有全世界各国语文它都是基于这4个元素，然后如果你了解了以后，其实你所有的语文都可以这样套的这个方式，所以你很容易的学习各国不同的语文。OK。
So this is, we find a way of how to learn more than one language in the faster than any other way, by unifying the way of understanding all other languages in the same way and comparison. And that way you will understand the language and understand the translation between them. And automatically it will save for you the time. Then you can be better than the others, because you need to be naturally time saving, naturally. And that's the process is very important to succeed in the globalization environment. Now, there is Al-Fatiha project. Turkey President, Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, he was the most ambitious politician. He's a Turkey president now. He takes $7 billion from the defense ministry and put it in education. The idea for Al-Fatiha project, this is very simple. How to reduce the school bag weight? Because now globalization make the books and it's very heavy, the bag become very heavy for the student. So the idea for Fatiha project from Turkey, the president, is how to make the school bag less weight by canceling the paper book to e-book and make it class management. That's basically Al-Fatiha project.
这个是大概他稍微介绍一下，这个其实是土耳其的那个总理，就是现在的总统。其实他是全世界应该讲是第一个，他就是比如像我们现在 tablet 平板出来以后，他们的政府花了就是
7 billion.
花了7 billion， 就是
to buy 15 million machines and give it to all the students.
他这个政府呢，他等于是把他的军事预算砍了一部分，他买了150万台的 tablet 给他所有的学生，因为这个总理他认为这个是比较重要的。那他当然就是说利用科技的进步，让学童就是学生他可以，因为他认为书包太大一点，就像我们现在每个人书包都很重嘛，你要很多书，所以他就是在这个tablet 一开始的时候，他其实政府就花了这么多钱给他的同学啊，就是学生他们的这个花在他们的教育经费上。那今天我们介绍，比如说 Silent Project 其实是等于是 enhance， 那这个是 initially， 其实全世界讲它是第一个国家。其实就一般我们都讲说欧美很Turkey， 它其实也是一个 Muslim 的 country， 可是事实上它是第一个花这么大的钱，就是在它的教育经费上。那就是跟各位先介绍一下，那真正的用意，它其实也就是教育，而且它是 reduce back， 这最主要他们是强调所有的知识其实就可以在一个平板里都解决。当然，那这些知识都是在都是像所谓早期都是电子书，或者是
To make all the school like this.
就是所有的东西都是装在平板里面，就是一开始就是这样。那这个也是这个也是我们就是在做我们新的这个 project 的时候，其实在promote的，我们在各个学校或者是一些国外的学校里面，其实也是就是帮助这些学校，他们当然每个学校都有他自己的就是他的教材呀、书什么，那这些你通通如果都能够把它做在电子化里面，通通在所以说每个学生就不需要带这样子的这么大的书包啊什么，而且也很容易 transmit 交换意见啊，或什么都可以。那这个举例是先从他们是第一个开始，当然也就是造成我们后面的这个 project 的就是其他的。
You can search on the internet of fact project. Okay, this to know it is the most spending money on e-government, e-learning. This is because this is really go for implementation completely. And the idea is just to cancel the paper book and go to e-book. But the machine can do more than that. Okay? But the people need the people in charge to know what is the machine can do for you. And that's we trying to use the mother language to let understand the people in charge how to utilize the technology in the implementation. Because the E is up to admit there is a machine, you need it. For example, everybody using, how many using iPhone here? iPhone. iPhone. You know Siri? Okay. Do you know Siri? Siri in iPhone. Siri application. In the Android, they call it Google Now. It's equivalent to Siri. And in the Windows, they call it Carolina. The idea of Siri is how to make the machine your assistant. How to make the machine your assistant. This was before the E. E is how to make the machine your assistant. But now, with the ATM machine, you know ATM machine in the bank. ATM machine is to be how to serve the clients of the bank, the customers of the bank. The idea of the ATM machine is how to serve the customers, not to only the employee, to serve the customers. This is the future. Now, IBM come out with the new technology. Everybody know IBM? You know IBM. Now they come out with the technology called Watson. W-A-T-S-O-N. Watson. This is a new generation of Siri. Much more enhanced. But Salih project is more ahead of that. Because the structure of the language. How to think about the language is how to make the machine understand it. Please check Watson, IBM on the internet. This is the future coming out. Salih project is ahead of Watson. Why? Because the structure of the language is within, not outside. it's within. Because how to think, how to make the machine, your right arm must understand you as a human. And to understand you as a human, you need a language. This is what we want.
这样他刚刚讲的你们都了解了吗？他刚刚讲是现在，因为现在的科技，比如说我们刚刚举例 iPhone 的时候 ，iPhone 不是它都有那个个人辅助系统吗？它不是都会讲，像 Android 系统也有嘛。那现在 IBM 它又新出来一个 Watson， 它也是这样类似的。那今天我们讲 Solid Project 是 ahead of it， 就是说比较更精进，是因为我们在做思考的时候，就是说做语文的时候，你要把那个客制化，就是实际上它语义就是应该是说各地方的你都必须了解，那你才会人性化。那现在比如说大家有 iPhone 啊，或者其他的，你可以注意他给你做 assistant 的时候，你会发觉，即便我们就讲翻译好，你到 Google 你都可以去翻译，可是你会发觉这个翻译就是鸡同鸭讲，经常会是这个情形，就是因为这个机器不了解。那我们现在要让机器了解真正的语文。哦，就是我们在这个架构下，因为当他们写这个水平，如果各位都是资讯科的，你在写这个平台的时候呢，你如果不了解这个 construction， 所以它做出来的基本上是有问题的。比如说我们现在都采用西方的，好了，就是所有的英文啊，或者Microsoft whatever， 他们都是西方的人，比如说他对我们东方都不太了解，所以当他们做出来的程式也好，或者是比如说比较属于我们东方的，搞不好你们看起来都会奇奇怪怪，你们自己写的搞不好都比他好。就是说，因为每个地方，因为他们没有去 take care 去了解，像比如说他们现在要来东方的市场的时候，他就会感觉到其实不一样。那因为我们自己真正去使用的时候，如果你今天在使用这个产品的时候，事实上你就会发觉它合不合适我们的习惯，或是我们的架构，所以。你今天如果走到全世界就很简单，你必须了解各个地方的架构，各个地方的风俗民情，语文那是基本的。那如果你能够了解，从这个语文的方面，你其实就可以了解它的习性，在沟通上，那你用他们的语文，你了解他们的架构下之后，你写出来的程式语文，你造就出来的程式出来的东西。可能才是更有用，就是更符合再讲简单，就是人类经验的累积咯，就各个风俗民情的累积。那如果说当你在制造这个产品，或是你 create， 都是以你个人的想法，而不是说各个地方的，所以就会变成说这个东西也许适合你自己使用，但是并不适合他，就可能适合 A 菌，不适合 B 菌。你会发现说现有的产品，有的很适合，可能适合美国人。那不见得适合中国人，那也就不见得适合阿拉伯人。所以现在每一个国家，他们可能都会大家都自己应用。那今天如果说我们要做的更精进一点，就是说我们在语文上有更了解理解的话，那事实上你做的任何产品，你就比较国际化，你走到哪里可能都就比较好。
So, SciF project have three tracks. Track with the Prime Minister, because we're trying to make each ministry make for it ATM machine, just like the bank, but for each ministry. To serve the citizen, to reduce, to increase the income for the government by providing better services. For making each ministry ATM machine, just like ATM machine, but for each ministry to do the job for the citizen, to make better services. And track with the education ministry, because now this is to make the school bag like this, and track with the universities and unions, because there is a big gap between the new generation and the current generation. And you see that the new generation very good with the technology, but them teachers is not as good as the kids are. So we need to teach the teachers and the unions how to understand technology, to use it better, to reduce the gap between the teachers and the students. Because this gap make the student don't trust the teachers. And they have the right, because he thinks he know better than the teacher. Why should I learn from him? And this is, we must
explain，他这个在解释说，比如说我们在做这个 project， 当然是这是一个 project。那我们讲，像他刚刚介绍 ATM machine 是举例，比如像我们一般到银行，我们的 ATM machine 是在使用的。那可是实际上它是举例，事实上未来呢，可能我们就会利用科技。科技本身的话，你就是可以就是人跟人，政府跟政府，其实很多事情都可以从科技，就一如我们去银行用 ATM machine。的意思一样，那事实上我们就是可以，就是我们可以客制化这样的机器，然后但是这样的机器实际上是要根据人的需求跟政府的需求，那这样的管理可能快速啊，方便，而且每个人都可以使用。那当我们在改造的时候，比如他说 track of premises， 比如说他是整个在管理的时候，就是说，比如从管理的阶层，从教育的阶层，跟从那个大学跟工会，那这个分几个阶段的意思。比如说每一层它都有它的管理，那我们讲到 university 的，讲到大学这个阶层，学生跟一般工会是因为现在的年轻的这一代，他的科技 sense 就是他的使用任何电子产品或科技产品，可能比老师都厉害，或者说比年长一点的都厉害。可是他们的知识或是传统的知识、传统理念，可能它是 weak 的，它是比较少的，所以。那你要怎么样去谋合？所以那我们在做这个机器这个 project 的时候，事实上是要 link 它的思维的，而不是说单单做一台机器，你就是比如说会翻译啊，或者是会帮你写个程式啊。可是实际上它不能达到就是说完整的沟通。那它的 project 是做的时候是。就是分层次的，但是它的用意就是整个，比如说整个大家都可以 communicate， 不管是老少，重点在这里。谢谢。
先给个掌声好不好？
Globalization-E force transparent and decentralized in the state management.
他再补充说明一下，因为刚刚呢，比如说我们在讲就是全球化的话，其实因为现在的科技的进步，所以说全球化的时候，其实变成什么事情，其实大家都知道。通过网络，其实这个消息或者知识，它是很容易就 spread， 就是可以分散出来，大家都可以变得比较透明化。可是，那你如何让这些透明化，或者是说这些实质的知识，可以变成真正好运用的？
Machine become a part of our life. We must admit it, but we must utilize it better. Not to replace human, and it will never replace human. Some people thinking, oh, now it is too much machine, then it will replace jobs and the other things. I don't agree with that. Now we need the machine, it's become a part to make good government. You need the machine to deliver services to everywhere, every part of the city, every corner of the village, every corner of the states. You need a machine to reduce, like now the ATM machine, there is a lot of bank, no need to, in every 7-Eleven become a bank with the ATM machine inside. So we need to make the government just like the ATM machine. No need to give you services. The government should service the people, not to rule the people. Just like in the football game, in the soccer game. In the soccer game, the team manager or the team boss he's one of the players. And everybody knows his role in the game to play, to survive, to make better life. And this is guide me to what is that to do with Islam and Muslim and the other things? Language, each prophet or messenger, he come with miracles. The miracles of Muhammad, of Muslims, was the language of Quran. I read these 4 pillars from the Quran. And as a Muslims, the main difference between Islam and the other language, the other religion, is Allah word. The main difference. And it is only available in the language of Quran. And there is have 99 meanings. The main, he is God of gods, not a God from gods. This is very important to understand, to know the difference between Islam and any other religion. It's the word of Allah. He is God of gods, not a God from gods. And another meaning that he is the creator of all non-believers, hypocrites, infidels, or the believers in anything, like Buddha or Confucius or whatever you believe. Quran and Sunnah for Muslims like user manual for any machine you buy. To understand what is the meaning of this Quran and Sunnah, it's just like the user manual when you buy any machine. So this is user manual for the life, for us, the Quran and Sunnah.
这个我就大概稍微说明，我们基本上就是讲回教，就是 Muslim 伊斯兰跟其他各个宗教最大的不同就是说，我们讲阿拉就是真主，就是唯一的真主。那像一般比如说在其他的宗教里面，可能有耶稣基督啊、圣母玛利亚啊、天主啊什么，或者是说可能有这个神啊那个神就是很多。但是回教只有一个真主，这个是跟所有的教派最大的不一样，只有一个真主。然后只有神，一样是有神迹的，有奇迹的，或是都有。实际上，那所有的话，还有就是说我们是 message， 有先知会来教导你啊，或什么会传承这个意思。但是 God 是只有一个，唯一的，那就并不是像其他宗教可能有很多的 God， 那这个是最大的不同。那其他的话，你可能就是不管像一般是无神论的也好，或者什么，它可能都是就是想法就歪。但是在回教徒来讲，就是唯一的真主，没有第二个。然后他是 creator， 就是说他是造物主，这个是最大的差别，跟其他所有的宗教，因为所有的宗教可能都有。那比如说对回教来讲，即便是古佛好了，在我们认知，他应该也是所谓的先知，因为他只是有德性的人，他有教导的人，就是一样。那在回教里面呢，我们也是一样，就是一些有德性的人，他只是传承这些知识。那对回教徒来讲，可兰经跟事实上就是可兰经，我们讲是这样可兰经，其实它只是就像我们在生活的手册，就像实力铸成的手册，它只是教导你如何做生活的规范，其实并没有。所以它简单来讲就是操作手册嘛，比如说你去买个机器，它是不是有一个操作手册？所以它可兰经就像我们回教徒的操作手册，它其实就是告诉你衣著性所有的规范，那并不是一般外界人都会以为是什么，其实是很单纯的，就是这样介绍。你看有问题也有问题。
We are all human. It's right. But that doesn't mean we are the same. Actually, each one of us is different than the others. It's a fact. And you can see it from your fingerprint. Each one, his own fingerprint is different than the others. So we are all human, yes, but each one is different than the others. And this is what we understand as a Muslim. You have free right to understand the Quran and the Sunnah as you like. But you want the heaven, you must follow the rule of the language of the Quran. You understand? You are free will to understand as you like. But if you want the heaven, you must follow the language of the Quran. Very simple. So the smart, in the globalization era, the smart one who will gain more income from our differences, not to gain more enemies from our differences. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the smart one who gain more income from our differences. This is the smart one. Not the smart one, no, he gained more enemies from our differences. You understand?
就是一般人，其实每个人嘛，即便我们就是同样是中国人嘛，每个人也都不一样嘛。比如说每个人手纹什么，他就举例，就是全世界的人其实各有各的文化，大家都是不一样。但是聪明的人会从不同的文化中去交到更多的朋友，那就是不够聪明的人，他才会结交更多敌人嘛。因为每个人本来就不一样，所有的文化本来就不一样。那对穆斯林来讲，我们伊斯兰是非常单纯的，你可以上天堂，那你就是 follow 这个 book， 就是 follow 这个可兰经，他给了你一个规范。但是做不做完全在你，全部是自由的，完全是举依你自己的自由意志，没有人强迫你。就是这么单纯。那穆斯林认为所有的人本来就是不一样的，各个不同的思想本来就存在的。但是你如何去结交朋友，就是大家怎么去communicate，去了解沟通，这个就是各自的选择。那这个是我多加进去的。其实如果你去注意，你认识所有的穆斯林，绝对没有人会来跟你说 come 去说服你来信回教，绝对没有。这样听得懂吗？我听说回教徒，其实你若注意看好了，就是你若有碰到，绝对没有人会拉你说请你来信回教 ，never。但是如果你有问题去问他，他一定会回答你，但是他绝对不会说请你来，因为这个是缘分，你理解了，你自然就是你会接受，或者是因为伊斯兰里面本来就认同各个不同的文化，各个不同的人种，但是当然真理就相信我是唯一的，我是 creator。那你愿意，你就 follow 我的user menu， 就是按照我的可兰经，你就是来这一生是来做试炼的，就是你经历你这一生，然后那你都照了我的规矩，你就升天堂。那你没有，你当然就是下地狱嘛。但是所有各个教派也是有上天下地。那事实上在回教、伊斯兰里面也是一样，如果你都遵循了真主的这个 user menu， 那你就是上天堂。那你没有，那也是下地狱，就是这一生就是试炼。但是我觉得大家一般人可能对回教徒都有个误会，其实回教是非常简单的，你同意就同意，而且他认同各个不同的思想，就是每个人就是可兰经写得很清楚，其实就是大家有兴趣去阅读可兰经，它里面写得非常清楚，每个人有他各自的。你基督徒也好，或什么都 OK 的，但是你各自各自。我们是回教徒，是承认各个不同 ，different 就是不同的。那至于说，如何结交更多的朋友，那有的人就是很聪明啊，就是他会去结交各个的朋友，会知道更多的朋友。可是有的人他就会在不同中知道更多的敌人。那这个世界就是这样。那你如何当一个聪明的人，结交各个不同的朋友越多？或者是你要制造更多的敌人，那就是各自的选择。
Any question？
来 Q&A 时间，来谁？大致上这样子可以理解了啊，可以理解这个。
Don't be afraid, please 。
再说一下，其实如果各位有比较有好奇或什么，你们都可以问哦。因为一般通常如果说我们在讲穆斯林，说我们一听到伊斯兰穆斯林，大家就想到 IS，
对，
就马上就想到这个恐怖组织。那我可以跟各位报告一下，这位先生他周游列国，经过每一个海关的时候，第一个大家都当他是 terrorist 的。所以每次我跟他 travel 的时候，我跟他一起旅游各国 的时候，我是一个非常愤怒的人，因为我觉得我们真的只是一个平民百姓。但是你想想，大家为了一个 paper， 就是因为他的 passport，OK，、就像我们台湾当初没有这么有名的时候，我们去到任何国家的时候 ，who knows， 拿一个台湾护照出去，没有人知道我们是谁。可是现在我们是很红啦，就是 OK， 加减红啦 ，OK， 所以你们再怎么样，还是要感谢。虽然这个政府有很多要改进的，加减也是做了一些事情。在我那个年代，我出国的时候 ，OK， 比如说大家问我哪里来的，我说我台湾没有人知道，所以我就告诉各位说我是开放 Free China， 就是这样介绍我自己。那因为我在美国的时候，事实上是没有办法的，因为你不这样子，没有人知道。那我这个先生是这样，我们一起出国的时候，真的只是因为他是 Arabic， 坦白讲，各个海关哇，每一个都是审的不能再审，那其实是非常不公平的。那加上911以后，哦，这些人就变得更可怕了，就是说，可是事实上跟我们一般平民百姓是一点关系都没有。那至于说大家如果有什么对Islam Muslim 有什么问题的，都可以发问。或是你们其他学生，因为阿布拉先生也是 computer science， 就是说他一样是主修是 computer science， 但是他也没有因为说修了 computer science 就他的宗教就没有了，他反而是因为修了 computer science 反而是更 religious， 就是说这个是跟个人，就是他比如在他的 practice 里面，在他写程式里面或什么，他就发现真主是都对的，就是这是很多他都自己可以去印证。那所以
这一点是我们比较好奇的，就是说为什么信仰这个回教，然后能够和这个科技电脑这个东西能够那么密切结合，而且在电脑科技当中，你却会看到真主的这个奇迹。
The computer understanding 0 and 1, and the 0 was created in Baghdad by Mr. Khawarizmi. And logarithm is the starting of any program. And the logarithm is his name, Khawarizmi, they call it logarithm, or his name because he created this idea. So without this, and all this make it in Baghdad during Abbasid dynasty. And without this, there would be no computer.
就是你的阿拉伯数字为什么叫阿拉伯数字？其实01就是从阿拉伯，它其实是不好意思，
The number.
就是数字 Arabic number 其实是阿拉伯人发明的。那它是比如说0啊1啊，然后2、30，其实他们是那个几何图形的 angle， 比如说几个 angle 就是几，其实远古就是那时候就发明的。所以当他在修 computer 的时候，他并不会对他的信仰也没有影响，反而就是更加这原来都是对的，就是说很多事情就是这样发生的。那 because they are expanding velocity。
Yeah, no, there is no contradiction between Islam and science. Because, as I said, the miracles of Muhammad was the language of Quran. And language is a summary of a human experience for any society. Language is a summary of a human experience of any society. So the Mandarin language is a summary of the Chinese wisdom. And to learn Mandarin, you need to use Popomofo. Without it, you cannot understand really the Mandarin, because this is the key. And if you respect the Mandarin language, you must use Popomofo. If you use Pinyin, as Mao Zedong wanted in the new revolution, Cultural Revolution, to reduce the things, the idea was just to forget all the previous history, to make a new one. They are being in charge. But the Popo, because I try to understand the language, because I try, my field is how to teach the machine human language. So I try to understand the language. Why the Chinese, I mean, when the first month I studied in the Mandarin in the university, I ran away, I quit. because I really feel this is stupid. How come the sound is something and the character is something else? What is the relation? I didn't understand because the concept is completely different than the ABCD. Because we, in Arabic language, is ABCD. There is a structure for the character, even for the shape. Why each character of the Arabic, why it have this shape, we know. Just like the Arabic number, why it is 1 like this, because there is 1 angle. 2 is like this, because there is 2 angle. 3 angle, 4 angle. There is a logic. Even the Arabic character, is the opening of the mouth. Ba is how you pronounce it. Ta, tha, ja, ha. It all is logic. And each word have structure. And the sentence have structure. Okay? It's mathematics. And to program the language, to make the machine understand the human language, you need a reference how to program it. Why this shape like this? Must the machine understand? Otherwise cannot understand. Why there is the translation funny in Google? Why? Why Dr. I translation is much better than Google translation? Why? Because of the language. Dr. I is based on Mandarin thinking. And Google translation based on English thinking. Mandarin thing is much more longer in life. It's over 7,000, 5,000 years old wisdom. It's accumulated in the Mandarin. But in English, only 300 or 400 years old, the English language. So the wisdom is very little. That's why if you try the Dr. I translation, you will find it still funny, but less funny than Google funny. Because of the language difference. The influence of the Mandarin on Dr. I made the translation much better than the influence on Google by the English. But now we need to really, you need a structured language, a mathematical language, and a reference that there is no. That's why I believe to make 100% correct translation, you need the language of Quran. Because the structure of the language of the Quran is really mathematics. There is each sentence, each word, and this is what we're reaching. I mean, this is a proof that the language of the mathematical, this is approval, and to prove, we make 3 languages to prove it is working. Here we have all the Mandarin, all the Arabic, all the English language, not only the ABCD. So this is the Popomofo, the keyboard based on Popomofo. Then how to draw it. Then you practice by yourself on the screen. If I don't make it correctly, you cannot print it. If I make anything else, same thing in the Arabic. Then if I want to learn, if I do from here, cannot. I must do it correctly. Same thing for the English. So this is how to utilize that, what you can do in the machine to teach all this. And this is all the language, not only, this is on the keyboard, there's the character. We go to English, we see this is ABCD, from left to right, the Arabic, from right to left, Chinese, Popomopo. Upside down, or from the right to left, or from left to right. And all the language together. So the idea is, with these four pillars, if you combine all that, it's easy to memorize, easy to learn. You put all the language together, then you can learn faster and appreciate what is the meaning of translation. Then you will save time for the thing. And this is what we started out. And
这个就是我们发展出来，当然是它发展出来的一个架构。那当然也是跟各位分享，因为其实你在学语文的时候，就是在按照这4个架构下，其实你各种语文都是这样。那我们把它做到实际上是举例，但事实上你可以所有它，比如我现在3个语言，我可以加上其他3个语言都可以一直做进来的。那事实上它就站在这4个架构，刚刚讲的那个 keyword、character 跟 words 跟 sentence，其实所有的语文都一样的地方。全世界不管哪里，俄文、韩文什么阿拉伯文啊。西班牙文、法文其实通通可以。那你们在学习的时候也是一样，你就是把 character 每一个都降低，是帮助学习比较快速的。那我们当然做电子产品，是因为比如说客制化，人家叫我们就会帮客户做这样子。实际上这是一个就是一个架构。那这是他研究出来的，这样子的架构是方便学习，而且快速的学习，最主要是这样。那当然，在学习任何语文的时候，那让他举例，他就认为说，我们每个人就要从你的 mother language， 从你自己的母语开始。所以他当然也是因为来这里，但是他本来是对中文是比较觉得比较不能理解，后来他发现确实也是一样的。比如说你为什么，他也是坚持说你要学波波波波，那也是他去学了以后才发现，哎，就是其实每一种语言它有它不同的文化嘛，就像它阿拉伯，像英文他们 ABC 是发音，像阿拉伯文其实也是从字形字这个本身就可以发音，中文真的是一个非常特别的语文，就是比较不一样。所以他认为所有的国家的语文都各代表它的特色。那他认为中国人，如果我们就是学习中文，就先从拼音开始的话，可能就会忘了你是谁。那事实上拼音它就是拼音嘛，就不是像摸摸摸摸，它还是有一点学问。那就是说，因为它是根据，比如说它为什么这样的国语为什么？当然是根据经验的累积，就是从什么象形字，根据有原因的，比如说你每个造字它有原因，后来他也发现，哎，什么水啊、川啊，就是会发这个音或什么，其实他就稍微研究了一下，他就发现，中文就是波就是繁体中文。那简体的话，因为它是因为中国大陆那边当初为了就是简化什么，因为它要反思旧、反什么反什么，所以他就推翻了传统。可是现在中国大陆其实他们也是开始找繁体了，那所以他们就用简体，简体就是所谓的拼音。那他以外国人的角度来看，他也认为拼音其实就失去了我们自己文化的特色。
对，我对伊斯兰文化非常的有兴趣，所以我想请你说说伊斯兰文化的背景哈。我之所以问这个问题呢，是第一个。我知道，信伊斯兰教是世界上最多人口的一个宗教。但是您刚刚的演说当中，你也说到，伊斯兰教是很尊重每一个人的文化特色。但是我很好奇的是，为什么伊斯兰的宗教里头规定男生可以娶4个老婆？这个现象是不是男女就不平等了？
He's very interesting with the Islamic background.
She's better to answer this question.
没关系，这个4个老婆我先来解释一下，这个我非常乐意解答。就像当初我要嫁我老公的，我妈说：“哎，你们这个可以娶4个老婆。”哎，那我老公是非常老实的，就回答我妈说：“ 是这样的，一个男人会外面找第二个女人，一定是这个女人不能满足他。其实他很单纯的这样子回答，他是一个非常简单的人，他绝对 follow 真主，就是说他认为4个老婆是合法的。然后他还解释给我听，那当然我要解释给各位听，在伊斯兰里面娶4个老婆是合法的，但是你要注意哦，你对大老婆买1克拉，2老婆也要1克拉哦，3老婆也要1克拉哦，4老婆也要1克拉，4个人要 equally，OK？、除了物质。精神上你要全部做得到平等，这个才是合法，才是合法的4个老婆。那其实，在可兰经里面，在伊斯兰里面，其实真正的原因，真主是这样子的。其实他是希望各位说，如果有能力，你要去照顾鳏寡孤独。其实不是叫你去娶一个更年轻、他是这样子的。如果你的妯娌或丧偶，这个女人是没有人照顾，你们要去娶的是这种人来照顾她的，真正的用意是在这里。大家全部都误解了，都以为说哇，就是可以娶4个老婆，错。可是，在可兰经里面，他是这样叫你去照顾的。但是不管怎么样，基本上今天在所有的伊斯兰就是回教国家，真正我们信奉诚挚的信奉回教的人，没有人去娶4个老婆，只是为了fancy， 一定是当然有就是只是假借伊斯兰的名嘛。就像今天如果说你是信基督的或是信佛教的，还是有那种就像有强盗还是画十字架的，就说其实这是个人的啦。但是规定里面其实它是因为这个原因，并不是说它是合法，但是娶不娶啊，或者是怎么做是给你一个推断。
对不起。
Can I? One of the jokes, they think in bureaucratic system, if it is democracy or dictatorship, there is allow multi opinion by law. But actually, it is a big joke. There is nothing in that. And the big proof for that, it's allow only one wife in that system. But you can have many girlfriends. Nobody punish you. By law, you cannot be punished in anywhere. And that's not fair for the woman, not for the man, because the relation should be registering a relation. What's got to do with the government? But it is for the right of the woman. Main thing. In Islam, not allow girlfriend, but allow to register for wife. Only. But to have a girlfriend, you can have 10, no problem. Do you understand? But no responsibility. Man normally don't bear the problem of having affair. Woman will have it with the problem, not the man. The man cannot get pregnant in general. So he is less trouble in any relation between man and woman. Anyway, in Islam, allowed, because it is nature, you would have more than one. Anybody who tells you he have only one is a liar. Okay? It is because sometimes when you are weak or something, you will have something, but it is not fair for the other side to be a casual relation. Not fair. Not fair to get to her, you tell her I love you for nothing. Not fair. But that's the life. It is much better for me to live in a society not to have more wives, because it would be free of charge. In the Islamic society, it's expensive. You must be responsible for your sex activity. That's the difference. We are more logic, because it is natural to in Taiwan here they call it strong wife and weak wife. It's unnatural. There is multi-wife system here, but only one can record it by law. But in the society is acceptable, and this is in any long history society, you will find multi-relation. It's allowed, and only for the man, not for the woman. It's because it is naturally. Man play around. Woman care more about the feeling than the man. man care more about physical things. But woman, maybe one kiss is equal to more than anything. But for the man, no, must be finished complete, otherwise don't finish.
你了解吗？
我了解。
Any other question, please?
OK， 哇，刚刚你讲这个部分的时候，你们都是用各自的例子来解说这件事情，因为这里面牵涉到是你们道德观。OK， 可是当一个社会文化跟习俗的时候，往往就不是道德观所解释的事，这里面牵涉了太多的历史背景跟这个所谓的文化价值观，往往是这样嘛。好，那么我倒觉得另外一件事，我很好奇的是，就是说，刚刚你也在讲到，在伊斯兰的国家里是人类是平等的，可是几乎现在所有信奉伊斯兰教的国家里头，大部分都还有王国制、国王制。对，国王制，这里面就牵涉到，好像在这些国家里头，往往人跟人是经常是有阶级意识在的。请问是不是这样的？
He's asking because we say Islam is everybody right? But in most Islamic countries it's individuals. So it looks like there is a
cannot be representative of Islam. The representative of Islam in Muslim is only the Quran and Sunnah. This is Islam. I am trying to be a good Muslim, but I am not representing of Islam. No one representing Islam. Not Saudi, not Iran, not ISIS, no one. Only Quran and Sunnah represent Islam. That's the difference between Islam and any other religion. We have no man of religion. I mean, we don't have pope or a father like in the church. We don't have. We are all equal. We understand Islam as we want. But if you want to heaven, you must according to the language of Quran. You can understand it as you like. ISIS, King Hussein, King Abdullah, King Salman, as he likes. But that's not Islam. If you want to be a Muslim, go to the heaven, must be follow the language of Quran. That's the difference. In Islam, there is no philosophy of Islam. There is a wisdom of Islam. There is a language of Islam, not a thought of Islam. There is no ideology in Islam. Different than the Western thinking. It's different concept. You understand?
Yes, I got it.
That's the, so we say, whatever I say, if it is not according to Quran, it's nonsense. It's different. We have a reference. A book, not human. You understand?
Got it.
So that's why we can be equal. You understand? That's why we can be equal. If there is a human reference, no, there would be a battle. Then who is near to him, these have more rights. He would have. In Islam, no. In Islam, as I thought, globalization and bureaucracy, the United Nations system and globalization system. What is the difference? In my opinion, globalization represents a soccer or football game, while United Nations system represents American football game. In American football game, must the head every time you start the game. But in the football, no, everybody the same. Everybody know what is the thing, how to make goal. Do you understand? There's different football, American or soccer and American football. We are more to this side. The president or the king is one of the team. No difference about it. But in the American football, every game must start with the head. In ours, no. And that's what's globalization now. Globalization forced the government with the transparency, with this decentralized, to move from the American football to be a normal football. So everybody will be equal. Why the government have to take my tax if she don't deliver the service for me? You understand? This is the idea of in the globalization now. Taiwan started when they make a demonstration against Chen Shui-bian. When they go out, they want to couple him down because they found there is something wrong. That's the people, because the internet, because of people start thinking we have rights. We are human. That's the difference. I mean, this is what is going on. And now the state facing a problem really, how to govern using the technology. And that's why Turkish experience, Erdogan, he was the most ahead of anybody else because he forced all the school to get rid of the paper book and go to the ebook. So, and now everybody will race with him. He was ahead, but everybody will follow. And Saleh project is the next generation of Al-Fatih project. This is what we try, because you need to learn more than one language to survive in globalization. So who will learn faster than the others, we have better chance. And this is what is, I mean, I want you to learn more languages faster than the others. That's the. Any question? I don't believe everybody understands.
需要为什么要我再讲一下？
翻译一下。
刚刚讲的。
对。
好，我先讲他刚刚讲足球的意思哈，足球那个在我们讲美式足球跟应该是说英式吧，或者因为我们讲 football 跟 soccer 其实是不一样的，因为美式足球呢一定是有一个 head， 就是谁是明星，谁是踢第一脚或者什么，其实他整个 team 是这样。可是你看我们打那个世界足球，你看那个欧洲德国啊，你看他去年是每一个，其实他们就是一个 team work， 他每一个角色就是固定是这样的，然后每个人就是站他的位置去做。那他们的想法就是就像我们刚才介绍伊斯兰的时候，事实上我们是一个 team work。比如说我们在讲 king， 其实对他们来讲，他们本身 Arabic， 他们根本就是即便你是国王，其实我们只要走进清真寺 ，let's make no difference。只要一进清真寺是这样，清真寺是四壁空空，就是墙壁上什么都没有的，进去一样。那你想想看，每一年如果你有看新闻，那个朝圣啊，到大家都是一个白袍。你今天是皇帝，你就是 king 在海，随便谁，他其实都是一个白袍，然后就打个赤脚裤，穿个拖鞋，就是夹脚拖好类似这样子。其实所有不管是王子、贵族，全部都是这样。你只要走到那个区域，全部都是这样。那对他们的认知来讲，今天你是国王，你要什么？其实你只是来 service， 来服务我的。那至于他有没有去服务我，或是他怎么样，其实是他个人的修行。他做的不好，将来他就是下地狱，因为这个不是judge by us。那我们 Muslim 是 follow 可兰他就是告诉你说，哎，我希望你这个就是说先知留下来的这个1、2、3、4，那我告诉你要这样子，那你们继续 follow 这个不可，然后你就升天堂啊，或者这样。可是跟你是国王会升天堂，或是你是老师，或是你学，其实是完全没有影响，是你自己有没有举意去做这件好事，或是做这件他规矩，他认为这是善良的风俗、善良的习惯，完全没有的。那至于你说阶级意识是人自己产生的，如果你认为他是国王，我怕他，那是你自己的，就做个人。那他们伊斯兰就是我们回教徒是没有的，你国王就国王，然后我也是啊，就是说我们不会觉得说你国王就高我一等，没有。那至于说你在地位上，比如说你赚的比我多，赚的比我少，其实那是你家的事，跟我也无关。那其实都是个人的意志。那我们不敢说我们是很好的Muslim， 我们只是尽量，但是我们会follow可兰经上教导你的怎么做，我们是尽量去这样做。那我们也不会去 judge 去批判别人，或者别的人来批判我。所以就是你会看到世界上好，比如说不管是伊朗人、伊拉克人或什么，就感觉上好像很多教派，其实那都是各自。那其实对一般老百姓来讲，就像你看现在很多战争的国家，或者是说，即便那个非洲啊，也是很多就是有一些种族屠杀，那有一部分很大一部分他们其实是回教徒。可是你去 interview 去访问他的时候，他会说这是真土的实践。为什么？因为他们真的是非常的，这一点我个人是很佩服他们。其实他们很辛苦的，可是你去跟他谈话的时候，他说哦，这个是真 真主给我的实验，这点我真的是太佩服他们。他不会觉得说我这么痛苦，完全不会。我就是很乐观的往前，我就是继续努力生活，是真主给我的实验，这一点就是信仰。那他们就是尽量去做他的这样。那我觉得这真的是伊斯兰，就是伊斯兰教跟其他宗教最大的不同。那当然是每一个人是各自修行，他各自去理解他的感受，就是他他的认知就是这样子。然后我们回教是承认所有各宗各派的，那只是说还要小小的看，就是各大媒体我的意思是说，尤其是西方媒体，你要找所有的西方媒体都是操控在犹太人的手上，他的背后老板或是最大一块 CNN、Times， 其实老板都是巨鱼，所以其实我们看到的很多，如果是他们放出来的信息，其实是比较有偏颇的。那将来你们自己去，比如像我们现在中国的、台湾的记者都很 free， 像他们有实地去采访，你可以去看他们写的报告，就是他们有实地去采访的，其实就是各自不同的意见。那如果你纯粹是看西方的，其实是一面倒的，而且他也只是要替他们的主张去做一些说明，所以其实是不公平。
The answer, another thing point to understand, Islam, the basic unit in it is not the individual, it's a family. The basic unit is different than the state system. The state system is based on individual. I call it culture of I in the state. But family, when the smallest unit in the structure is the family, I call it culture of we, culture of I and culture of the other, and a language to sign a contract to make a family. Okay?
Okay.
This is the big difference. And now, why there is too many gays? I find out, this is my experience, not from the things. In everything in this life, more experience will make you do the job better in shorter time. In everything. Only one thing. If you have experience, it will ruin the relationship. And that's the relation between man and woman. Because the charm of the relation when you don't know anything about it, and you explore it together, both of you don't have experience. That's the beauty of the relation between man and woman. And because this, and now I think why there is too many gays, because there was too many experience. So the man hate the woman, and woman hate the man, because they find out he's nonsense. Because in his understanding, it's not logic. Why the woman just suddenly gets mad? Okay, you don't understand. I call the woman woman opinion is just like Taipei weather. You don't know when it will be changed. So, but the man is different than the woman. He cannot, I mean, so whenever the man know the woman more, the more he hates it. And that's why they will be more lesbian and more gays. Because he know more the man, or know the other side. But the beauty of the relation between man and woman is when they don't know each other. And both of them explore each other daily, they will know the beauty of the life. And that's why in Islam, they separate between man and woman, if unnecessary. And when they meet, you cannot look at them. Just like Confucius said, you should not look to the things you're supposed not to look.
非礼勿视。
And this is where, and when you want to get married, it's family marriage, not love marriage. Because love marriage normally will end up breakup. Why? Because when you love someone, the mirror will be blind. You only see the good things. You see the angel, and she see you the angel. But when you get married, you find out, oh, this is not the angel I love. So you start looking outside. for his angel. That's why you see the family marriage is longer in life than the love marriage. Because the expectation, when the family marriage, you expect the worst from the other side. Oh, this is my father, she's my, because he expected the worst from the other side. But he find out, oh, no, she cooked well, she treat me nice. Then every day, so the expectation go up. But when you love, expectation, she's angel. But day by day, you find out she's a human. So here is raised up from the devil to the human, and she's from the angel to the human. Here you will look outside, but here make the relation much more stronger. So love is some stupid thing. No, I mean the understanding of the philosophy make it charming and the things. No, for me love is a responsibility. But philosophy is anything but responsibility. Love is a responsibility. And women understand responsibility more than men.
Is this the major reason for you to cover woman's face all the time?
No. It's not that. It's to make less attraction. Woman is pretty and man is ugly. No, it's true. It's true. And the beauty of the woman is her hair.
其实真正的原因是这样子的，那大家每次都要把它讲成是不平等。
There is no contradiction with logic.
那其实就像当初我问他，我说那沙地那些，他还跟我讲说，有啊，人家脸都照，我说那不照，他说也是这样，我说你开玩笑。可能他就跟我说是这样，其实，在伊斯兰也是这样，你长得越漂亮，遮的越多，因为他是说这是人性的弱点，就是说，因为我们人就是人性的弱点，他叫你遮遮掩掩，只是为了。不要去妨碍他人，就是说你越漂亮，你要遮的越多，是因为这样才不会 attract， 就是吸引别人犯罪，其实是这个原因，而不是说，那事实上你 cover 或者怎么样，其实是你自己，没有人强迫规定。除了沙烏地，当然那是因为他怎么样，而实际上没有这样规定。
Also man cover.
所以你看那个，
I never seen.
你看那个阿拉伯人都戴，那个也是 cover， 而且男孩子也是不准穿那个短裤。短于膝盖哦，这个其实是。
We dress the same. We dress the same. The dress. This is one of the misunderstanding. We both dress the same way, man and woman. But you concentrate on woman, forget the man. We dress the same thing.
其实还有一个原因，就是沙烏地你看那个阿拉伯人都是穿
Because it is too hot.
还有一个真的原因就是太热了。其实如果你去中东访问的话，你也照样这样子，其实会很凉快，因为他们那边真的是。所以真主应该是很有智慧，那边真的很热，可是你戴个头巾反而凉快，就因为你的太阳不会直接照射到你自己，其实反而是比较凉快的。那真正的原因是这样，不是为了。
If you look the king or the things they dressing on the hair the same thing, same as the woman. But you think of the woman, you forget the man.
I'm not so interested.
No, there is a lot of because the media and the other things, there is a lot of distraction. I mean, you can, if you want to really know the Islam, it's from the Quran and the Sunnah. Not about the book. Everybody talking something. And as I said, for us, Allah is the God of gods, and He's the creator of the universe. And He must know everything. Just like if I make this machine, when I write the user manual, I know what is the best of the way to use it. So in the Quran is the user manual for a human being. And I find out because of the miracle of Muhammad was the language. And now, because of the machine, we need to teach it the human language. I must find out. So I go back and find it until I found these 4 things. And come out with this and build it on. This is take us 25 years, not 1 day. And a lot of team.
他的想法就是他把这个架构当然是累积的，就是经验的累积。那各国语文其实，他认为在这个架构下是最容易、最快速的学习。
In 1992, I was thinking when I came to Taiwan and we started the business. So what will be the next generation of computer? So I thought, a countryman from our area and a countryman from Taiwan. They want to communicate with each other. This machine must remove the language barrier between me. So I start off, then first thing I need a dictionary. But the dictionary must be two-way dictionary, not one-way dictionary. So I start in 1993, the first two-way dictionary, electronic two-way dictionary. And we start going on working till we reach now.
就是因为他之前就是来的话，他当然是来台湾，然后他就学习。那事实上他发现语文，那他本身自己是 computer science 嘛，所以我们之前那时候科技也是这样。当时我们就做了双向，因为他就想说，一个乡下这个国家跟这个国家见面的时候要沟通嘛，所以就是电子字典进入我们。那当然我们那时候做电子字典是阿拉伯文的电子字典，所以就是 Arabic English、Arabic Chinese 是直接可以，而且是双向。双向就是说，如果你是阿拉伯人，就是说我们考量这点，如果你是阿拉伯人，你可以直接使用。那如果我是懂英文的，我可以直接使用，就是纯双向。那一般像我们现在或是早期啦，现在目前可能 interactive 就是互动的比较多。早期的话，你看电子字典，就是说不管英业达或者什么无敌啊什么，其实都是因为我们是懂。就像我们如果公司有外国人来拿一个这个中文翻译机给他们用，其实他们是不太会用的，因为他是站在我们中国人立场做。所以其实举例来讲，所谓双向就是纯双向。那还有一种就是站在我们这边的立场，你一定要懂中文的才会用这个翻译机，因为它是设计给我们懂中文的用。那当时我们做的是因为是要给外国人用，所以是双向。但是举例他的经历是语文是这样慢慢，然后当然是因为他久了以后，他就是经历认识各国人各国的语文，他就是想，所以他的架构是这样，他觉得这样子的架构下学习语文是最快的。
In the end, I said, it's true, we are all human, but we are each one individual. Each one has his own fingerprints. The smart one who can make more income from our differences. And that's all what globalization is about. The smart one who can make more income from our differences. And this is what I try to do from the start, for the language.
它就是反正全球化，你就是最主要是沟通跟学习。那如果说因为每个人都是不同嘛，那如果你一个就是你要有竞争力，从这些不同中如何赚钱嘛？因为我每个人都要income嘛，那你要从不同中找寻出来，这是你就是因为不同你才有机会啊，所以这个是一个找。那不同中，你就是如何用比较聪明的方法你去结交朋友，所以就是你要去看懂别人的不同。然后去学习沟通，那语文当然是第一，不然你没有办法跟别人沟通。那你懂得越多，或者是你理解其他的风俗文化语更多，可能你的理解力跟你的沟通能力更好，你可能做其他的事情可能都会更顺，你就比较容易达成，跟比较有竞争力。谢谢。
Any questions? Please.
Hello, my name is Sonny. And I'm trying to ask you about, you say you didn't push people to believe in Islam, and if a guy is an Islam and he wants to change his religion, is that okay? Or people
No,
will
it's
blame
not. It's not a joke to be a Muslim. It's not a joke to be
So
a
there
Muslim.
will be a whole life.
No, it is. For us, the language is very important. So, in Islam, first things you must learn is how not to lie. Not to lie. This is the first thing. So the word, when you say you want to be a Muslim, it's when you get in, you cannot go out.
So
It's up to you. No. As I said, for us the word is very important, and the meaning, because the word or sentence or the language is very important, because this is a way to communicate with the others. If you respect the others, you must be honest with them. You must be honest with them. And to believe in something, you must be honest with yourself first. Okay? And the idea is about Islam is how is there is Allah or there is no Allah. It's that simple. The difference between Islam and is the meaning of Allah. That's only the other. All religion is about how to behave better, how to make better society. That's all the religion is about. But the Islam, different than the others, is the meaning of Allah. All other things is same as Confucius, same as all the good things. It's family, how to protect the family, how to make stronger family, how to make healthy kids. That's all what's religion about in everywhere. But the difference between Islam and others, it's Allah. We have 99 names for it to describe him, because the messenger, prophet, his job is to know Allah and how to make salah for him, how to obey him. That's the main job of any prophet. Because as a human, we don't have the ability to understand who's our creator. Just like this machine will never have the ability to understand me. I am the one who make it. So as a human, we don't have ability to understand who make us. So we need the prophet to understand just the one who create us. That's the main job of any prophet or the messenger of Allah.
这你了解吗？而且其实回教跟所有宗教，所有的宗教都是一样，但最大的不同就是说，我们是认知唯一的真理。那其他你说每个宗教都是劝人向善啊，生活行为什么其实全世界各个宗教应该都是一样，没有人会叫你怎样，就是都是一定的要你 behave， 要怎么样都一样。但是回教是这样的，就是唯一只有一个真理，其实最大的区别是这样。但是他刚刚一直强调，就是今天你说我是回教徒，就是说你不能今天说我是民众，我不是，是因为他们很尊重，就是比如我讲这样就是这样，不是随便的。但是当你讲的时候，必须说你一定是信真主。那至于你其他的行为，你都是可以学习的，就是 follow 这个 book， 你可以是学习，我尽量是做得更好的东西。但是先决的条件就是你当然是要相信他，你不相信他就不用加入，不用说我是，一定是你相信他，所以你必须去理解。那我们每个都是普通的人，然后我们都是来学习。
There is another thing. In Quran, there is no translation. In Quran, the language of Quran, there is no translation. Because you cannot change one character or what, there is no synonyms in the language of Quran. You know what is synonyms? In Quran language, there is no synonyms. So you cannot change one character or one word in the place of the other word. So in Quran, there is no translation, but there is a lot of meaning translation in all the world language. But translation for Quran, no. Only in Arabic. And this is the only one which is accepted. All others is meaning translation. If somebody understand and he translated his opinion, his understanding. So we said in Quran there is no translation. It's the only book, there is no translation. You want the language of Quran. This is what is considered as and the language of Quran is different than Arabic. It's because as I said, there is no synonyms in the language of Quran. But in Arabic there is, for the sword there is 40 names. The horse there is more than 80 names. Okay, there's too many synonyms. But each synonyms have its. Why there is synonyms in any language? This is very important question. Why there is synonyms in any language? Why?
就是同义字啊，就任何语言它都有很多同义字嘛。那在可兰是这样，可兰经是只有一本，就是只有一个就是阿拉伯文版。其实可兰经你外面所有的那个连翻译本，其实它都不能叫翻译本，因为在他们来呢，那个叫做说译本是自己的，是每一个翻译的人自己的译。
40 years ago, when they call it engineer, electric engineer, then become electronic, then communication, then until now there is Microsoft Word engineer. You understand? Specialists in this. So as much you go in the knowledge, as much you will be. So when you said engineer, they will tell you, what engineer of what? Just like when you say sword, what kind of sword? Japanese, Arabic, which kind of sword? We will not define it. Because there is each sword have its own shape to understand more in details. And that's the way it created the synonyms. When you be more specialized, less synonyms. When you be less specialized, more synonyms. Do you understand? When you said engineers, now there's too many kind of engineers. What kind of engineer? Too many synonyms. You must define it more to understand it. So the perfect language, which have no synonyms.
It's like you change the word and the meaning will be different. It's not
No,
the original meaning.
you reach to all the details to define the exact meaning of what is the meaning of that. You understand? You got my point?
就他在写的时候，比如他在写这个字的时候，用这个字这个词的时候，你找不到第二个来代替。就他已经把它就是规范的很清楚，然后当他所叙述，所以说你不会 misunderstanding。如果你懂他的话，你就不会去，你要懂他原本的，他就是原本的这个意思。那当然，就是翻译的人很多是这样，可是所以他们可兰经是没有译本，只有说语义，那个是各自语义。可是他绝对不会跟你说这个是翻译，可是你看像圣经就有很多本，这个是最大的差别。那他当然在解释，比如说我们在讲一个剑，好，剑不就有很多种吗？所以那即便我们中文讲刀啊剑，都可以形容一大堆。
Why the translation of Google funny? Because synonyms. Because he didn't understand what you mean. Because in any word, we said there is when you say white, then. Let me give an example. If you say coffee, you mean coffee shop or coffee to drink? There must, sometimes we don't need to go, when I say bath, I want to go to bath. I don't need to explain to you, does I want to make a shower or I want to pee? Do you understand? Each one have its own meaning. That's what is there. So, in the Quran, it reaches you to the final meaning. It's not easy to not understand.
他是要解释说，那《可兰经》，如果你可以去学，你懂的时候，你去看的时候，你找不到，就是你很难找到它的第二个意思。就它的用意就是要让你不要误会了。我告诉你这样子，我请你照我的规矩这样做是，他就用 Arabic 写的很清楚，就是怕你误会。比如我叫你做早晨礼拜、晚上礼拜时间写的很清楚，不要误会了。
Just like the beauty of Chinese poetry, if you are not Chinese, you cannot catch the meaning.
他就举例说，我们中国诗歌好了，如果我们不了解中文的，恐怕你永远达不到那个意境，就是你不会理解那个。
Because you play with the characters. In the way it is unnatural. Any question? Please. Clear? Any question?
I got another question, but it's not so professional. Because I got a friend from Turkey and he's Muslim.
Yes.
And actually, I always laugh at him. He's just a guy who didn't eat pork because he smoked and he drank alcohol and there's sex before marriage. And I just feel he's Muslim, but it's so
Only with the pork. With the pork, he's so straight.
No, he didn't eat pork.
Yes.
Yeah, but
other things okay.
yeah, I just feel how can you do? And he's
It's
Muslim.
culture. This is Islamic culture. You see, there is just like people here, they like cho tofu. If you want to be Chinese without cho tofu, you cannot be Chinese. You understand?
Can you explain more?
For us, we don't use pork.
Yeah.
No, it is not in our. It's not in our society. For you, it's part of the society. In your thinking, pork is something, not something bad. You know he is dirty, but it is okay. He's part of the society. For us, no. He is very dirty. Why? Because he don't care about his wife. That's the main, why we think he is dirty? Because he have no honor to protect his wife.
你们了解吗？
That's the main, how dirty we look at it, because he don't care about his wife.
因为那个猪它是杂食跟杂交的动物，其实，在伊斯兰里面不吃猪肉是有科学的依据的，不是因为迷信。第一个，它是杂食的动物，它什么都吃，所以它比较容易滋生细菌。然后还有它是杂交，它不会照顾它老婆，就是配偶不固定，这个是最大的原因。那大家都误会了，以为这是像印度教是拜牛，说那牛是圣的 ，no， 伊斯兰不吃猪完全是科学的依据，那大家都误会了。
So anything related to the pork is very much strict.
No, I just feel he's not like a Muslim.
Anyway, no, there is a lot who don't practice Islam. Muslim must practice 5 times a day. Salah. He must. Okay? This is, as I tell you, you can understand Quran as you like.
Yeah.
Okay? But to want heaven, you must follow the language of Quran. So he understands Islam not to eat pork, that's all. Do anything else is okay. But so he understands in his own way. It's up to him. That's in Islam, we don't have pork.
就是在伊斯兰里面，你会发现没有什么主
So
教
you
啊，
can
或者
understand as
什
you
么
like.
其实都没有，其实就是 free， 每个人都是自由的。但是就是一个可兰经，你去 follow 它。那如果说他只认得只知道说不吃猪肉是回教，那是他的事，其实那是他的事。他没有人会因为这样杀掉他，那是他的事。可是他回国的时候，他的society如果很behave，他绝对不敢这样。那可是那也是他个人的行为，他并不代表，就像我们也不敢说我们就代表伊斯兰，只是我们尽量去做好一个好的 Muslim， 但是我们都不能代表，真正能代表的是那个可兰经。那只是说我们怎么去学习跟去理解，然后去 follow。那每个人都是自由的，所以你那个朋友他就知道说不吃猪肉，其他的就他自己的理解。
Thank you.
You are other question?
First one is personal. Is your family bilingual or trilingual?
No. You see, in Islam, we don't consider the meaning of the country. Islam, we consider as a human. So my father, he born in Palestine. My mother born in Iraq. Okay? But as a Muslim, we think this is one land. But if according to the state, I am bilingual. You understand? But to go out of the border of the state, it will make you human. If you stay within your border of the state, you will never be human. You will be always culturophile. I believe language is culture of we. It's wisdom is culture of we. You respect the other's knowledge, the other experience, why they call the things white, because there is a meaning of white. Why they call this yellow? There must be a meaning. I mean, it's a human being experience to reach to the conclusion of this is yellow, or this is white, or this is blue. You must respect that. This is other human being experience. And that's the language. When you respect the language, you respect the society. You respect the human. And I believe if you respect your own language with the popomofo, never lose it, you will be ahead of the others. Because if you understand your own language, it's easy to understand others. Without understanding your own language, you will never understand others. Because everything is shadow. You cannot know. The other question.
The second question is about, based on what you just said, is how man is naturally attracted to woman by woman. So based on your theory, does that mean that if anybody else that was born in Muslim society and he follows those Muslim rules, does that mean he should not be homosexual?
For us, it's very important because for us, sex is about making kids, about making family. It's not about entertaining yourself. That's the difference. So for us, the meaning of sex in with the other party, with other race, I mean, with women, not with the man. I believe you will be homosexual because you have too much relation with the other side. So you find out they are dancers. Do you understand? And that it's a result of more open sex. It's natural to be gay or lesbian because too much experience with the other side. You hate it. You understand? When the man knows the woman really is different environment, but you need her to make family. Otherwise, no future generation.
So it's for the entire human race, right?
Yes. Ours is very serious about family. Islam is very, very serious about family. The most punishment is for the traitor in the family. Stoned to death in public. The punishment of traitor, I mean the strongest punishment in Islam is the traitor of family. Man or woman, stoned to death by stone until death. It's really cruel punishment. More than hang up or no, this is stoned to death. It's for the traitor in the family. So in Islam, the strongest punishment is the traitor of the family relation. So very serious. If in the Islamic law.
Okay, there's two more questions. The third question is about the religion. So, for example, like in the movie Life of Pi, he, as a kid, he was confused. There's so many religions, and so he was attempting to try to know more about every religion. But you just say that, like as a Muslim, if you are in, then you are in. There's no way out.
As I told you, we in the language is very important for us. And the language is to understand the meaning of the word. Without trust of what you're saying, you cannot build good trade.
But for in the Thais, in his case, he's just a kid. He doesn't know about.
I know. This is the opinion of the writer. It's not a life. Do you understand? This is a story from a writer. This is his opinion, his understanding. It is nothing to do with reality or with life. Life is much more than having. You saw the Birdman? The story of the Birdman. What is the difference between the Birdman and the pie? The same guy also, he from the start, he reached the no and he can fly. You saw him, he is sitting in the air and the things. Then in the end, he jumped, he suicide. Do you understand? He also, in this movie, The Birdman, he show this guy, he know all the religion, he reached the enlightenment. So he can move the things. He can control anything, right? From the start, they show him, he sitting with his underwear, and he flying, flying. So he reached the enlightenment. Then he suicide. What kind of enlightenment is this? Do you understand? But this is them understanding of life. This is the artist society, which he have no relation, no respect of the family. You see the relation between him and his daughter, and the daughter with the others in this, the Birdman? No family, no relation at all. But in life, no, there is a father and there is a mother. They don't know what is the meaning of father and mother. It is his problem, not my problem. You understand? You have a mother or father. You know what is the meaning of family, or you don't know. The family is more when they show in the Birdman or in the pie or the things. This is the guy, he writes his experience. He didn't have good family. But there is a good family in America or in other states. Do you understand? My opinion, the lesbian and gay become because too much sex. And when you lose the charm of the relation between man and woman, when you have too much sex. The beauty of the things when you don't know and you explore it starting step by step. I play a lot, I'm not but I mean, this is from my experience, I mean. And it is your life. You will explore it by yourself. And whoever tells anything, but as I understand, really, the beauty of the relation when you don't, both sides don't have, it's the charm of knowing the unknown. That's given it the beauty. But when you know everything and you know all the details, oh, she would do that, oh, he would do this, no fun. No fun. Sex is about feeling. If there is no feeling, it's exercise. And exercise is better too. Man exercise together and women exercise together. But that's why there is homosexual or lesbian and gays. Because too much experience. He loses confidence in the other side. Maybe, in my opinion. Any other question?
Sorry,
Yes.
Last question.
Please.
So there's other people already bring out about a lot of stereotypes. So is there any, can you think of any stereotype you can make?
Oh, there is many. There is many things. Stereotype. We all terrorists. It's true. We Muslims are different, and they are terrorists. Why? In Christianity, the state, the new state. If the government hits you on one face, on one side, you must give them the left hand and say thank you and forgive them. In Islam, no. If they hit you on one face, you should hit him back. That's why we are terrorists. Basically, really. It's true, we are, because if the government try to force on us something which is not logic, we cannot accept it. Like now ISIS, why ISIS is so cruel? Because the other side is much more worse. So the only way they must do this to get rid of them. If you understand, I mean, in our thinking, we raise up. If somebody hits you, you hit back. You cannot stand back. This is our race. So we are terrorists, true. No, because you cannot hit. Why you hit me? Do you understand? But in the government, if the government hit you, you must. No, cannot. The government should not attack me, or must. The government should do job for us. We pay taxes to serve. They must serve us, because the government live on what they take from us. They should deliver services. Nothing wrong with that. You cannot, you see, like now in Iraq, to understand the situation in Iraq, why there is the thing. There is occupation. And when the American to be in charge, so what they do, whoever bad guys, okay, you come. Okay? Shia is minority in Iraq. not majority. But to give them more spaces, they tell, oh, Shia is majority. The leaders or the scholars, they said, please make counting, okay? And each one, how much America refused to make count. Then, okay, now they are minority. They think, oh, they are majority, and we have the power. And to enforce the other Sunni, trying to let them shut up. Iranian, they don't want to have any army, good army in Iraq or in Syria because they afraid, because Saddam Hussein, in 8 years, he punished the Iranian very bad lesson. So they don't want any more good army in Iraq or in Syria because they afraid they suddenly a good leader come, then can attack us back. So they make too much corruption and too much things. And that's make everybody suffer. So the people start fight back. It's natural. Not because they are bad, but they won't get them right, that's all. And the solution very easy, just make count. Make count and make everybody will cool down. But the Americans don't want. Because as long there is war, there is income for money. Because the war make money for the American, selling weapons and other things. So as long there is war, and manageable war, they would push it. But now the war go out of hand. So then they trying two things. They cannot. Now ISIS, I think it will take over. Not because the other side don't fight. I mean, the reason why ISIS is there because there is injustice, there is people suffering, and there is no equality. So just make this three, justice and law and the things, everything will be finished. But they don't want. Other question? I think we should go.
还没问题，最后一个问题好不好？
5 minutes.
大家还有问题吗？就是那如果没有
And
的
the
话，
stereotype, he's a very good example for the stereotype.
那就是看大家还有没有什么问题想问的。如果没有的话，那今天就很谢谢大家来这边参加我们的这些讲座，那就谢谢大家的参与。再给我们一个热烈掌声，给我爸爸跟妈妈，他们今天特别从台北搭火车下来。那好，就是大家再给个热烈掌声。那就谢谢大家，
大家合照一下。
好，那我们来合照一下。在哪边？
这样合照。
在外面嘛，在外面。那个跟着那边穿白衣服的同学。